ഇത് ഊരാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ല. ഹലോ 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 ഹലോ.
Good evening. If you ever need valuable advice, ask an older adult because they know a lot better about the world. Spread the love on this International Day of Older Persons. Welcome to BMC English News Live. Myself Marina Francis joining you with the news updates. Today's news in detail. App alert for booster shot. The color of the shield on Be Aware app will automatically change from green to yellow as a notification for all those who are eligible to receive a booster dose starting from Sunday. The logo will turn green again after the booster has been taken, the Health Ministry announced. The ministry called on those who are eligible to receive the booster shot to register through the ministry's website healthalert.gov.bh or through Be Aware by selecting Register to take booster doses within the registration option. Expo 2020 Dubai kicks off. The first World Fair to be held in the Middle East, Expo 2020 Dubai, opened yesterday with a lavish ceremony of fireworks, music and messaging about the power of global collaboration for a more sustainable future. The full expo site will open its doors to exhibitors from almost 200 countries today after being delayed for a year by the pandemic. His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, represented Bahrain at the opening ceremony. He said that the Expo 2020 Dubai reflects the ability of the region to contribute to global development and progress. Also, Bahrain's pavilion opens at the Expo 2020 Dubai. Bahrain's national pavilion has been officially inaugurated today as part of Expo 2020 Dubai. Themed Intensity Weaves Opportunities. The pavilion showcases Bahrain's facets of long-standing civilization, history and economy. The opening ceremony was attended by Bahrain Authority for Culture and Antiquities, BACA, and the Pavilion Commissioner General President Sheikha Mai bint Mohammed Al Khalifa. In attendance also were Gulf Cooperation Council Secretary General Dr. Naif Al Hajraf, representatives of the GCC pavilions, diplomats and media figures. In a statement on this occasion, BACA President underlined Bahrain's message to the world, stressing the importance of culture in making miracles, promoting countries and spreading hope in a world recovering from a crisis that hit all aspects of life. Official court language in Bahrain is Arabic, but English is allowed. English could be used as a medium for court proceedings if there is an agreement between disputing parties before filing a suit. The decision came in an amendment issued by His Majesty the King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa for some provisions of the Judicial Authority Law. The amendment also asserts Arabic as the official language of the courts in the kingdom. It also requires courts to hear litigants and witnesses who do not know Arabic through an interpreter. As per Article 4 of the law, courts should hear cases through an interpreter after taking an oath. However, parties of a dispute may agree in writing before filing a lawsuit to choose a language other than Arabic in court proceedings. Justice Minister is authorized to issue a decision specifying the approved languages other than Arabic based on approval by the Supreme Judicial Council. Project to mark 50 years of friendship. A special media project is under preparation in print and digital format to celebrate the 50th anniversary of bilateral relations between Bahrain and India and the landmark achievements in the history between them. In addition, a film documentary is under production. Our media mission is to bring to light and commemorate the special relationship that had existed between Bahrain and India not only for the past 50 years but going back 5,000 years when the Dilmun era civilization had proven trade links with the Indus Valley civilization, said Red House Marketing's United Friendships Project Director George F. Middleton. A Facebook group will also serve as a vestibule of anecdotes, pictures and personal stories and will feed the web portal. Bahrain's COVID updates: 76 new COVID cases registered in Bahrain yesterday alongside 109 recoveries and no fatalities. Of the new cases, 36 were expatriate workers, 34 contacts of local cases and 6 travel related. An additional 109 people recovered from COVID. Of the 654 active cases, 8 people are receiving treatment and 6 are in a critical condition. Now we will be back after a very short break.
All your favorite products under one roof in Bahrain at 27-year-old Megamart and Macromart. Bakery, fresh meat and fish, fruits and vegetables, sweets and snacks, ready-to-eat foods, dairy products, grocery or consumer goods. To have a wonderful shopping experience, please visit your nearest Megamart Macromart branch. Megamart and Macromart, full of goodness.
Welcome back. Saudi Grand Mosque increases capacity of pilgrims to perform Umrah daily. The resumption of Umrah for pilgrims from other countries started on August 10th as the kingdom continues to ease coronavirus restrictions. The number of pilgrims and worshippers allowed to perform Umrah and pray at the Grand Mosque in Makkah will increase from Friday. Up to 100,000 pilgrims will be able to perform Umrah daily, an increase of 30,000 to the current capacity 60,000 worshippers, and thus they will be able to pray at the mosque. Saudi Arabia says vaccine required to board plane and use public transport. Saudi Arabia requires travelers to be fully vaccinated against COVID-19 in order to board a plane or use other public transportation, it was announced on Friday. The new mandate, which comes into force from October 10th, also prohibits anyone unvaccinated from entering establishments or participating in events and public activities. Oman tropical storm Shaheen expected to intensify. Oman's Civil Aviation Authority on Friday said that tropical storm Shaheen was expected to intensify into a Category 1 tropical cyclone in the next 24 hours, directly affecting coastal areas including Muscat from Sunday. The public was advised to take precautions, keep away from low-lying areas and avoid crossing wadis. Australia to lift 18-month COVID-19 travel ban next month. Australia has outlined plans to lift a pandemic ban on its vaccinated citizens travelling overseas from November, but no date has yet been set for welcoming international tourists back. Travel restrictions that have trapped most Australians and permanent residents at home over the past 18 months would be removed when 80% of the population aged 16 and older were fully vaccinated, Prime Minister Scott Morrison said on Friday. Young or old, UN calls for digital equality for all. Marking the International Day of Older Persons today, the United Nations is driving home the message that digital equality online needs to be inclusive of everybody regardless of age. In his message, the UN Secretary General said that as each individual faces the challenge of navigating the world's growing reliance on technology, perhaps no population could benefit more from the support than the older persons. Global COVID cases and deaths decline. The numbers of weekly COVID-19 cases and deaths continued to decline globally since last week, the World Health Organization has said. More than 3.3 million new cases and 55,000 new deaths were reported during the last week, a decrease of 10% as compared with the previous week for both cases and deaths. The largest decrease in new weekly cases was reported from the Eastern Mediterranean region, followed by the Western Pacific region, the region of the Americas, the African region, and the Southeast Asian region, while weekly cases in the European region were similar to the previous week. The cumulative number of confirmed cases reported globally is now more than 231 million, and the cumulative number of deaths is more than 4.7 million. With that news, we come to the end of today's news updates. We shall be back every day at 7:30 p.m. with the daily news updates in English. Good night.